Hello, everyone. My name is Faisal, and you're watching the Bitcoin and Chill podcast. My co-host.
Marco.
So we decided, listen, it's about time we do something fun around crypto, chat about it, talk about news, what's happening around us, and this is our pilot show. So, Marco, let's start with your journey, man. How did you get into crypto?
And first of all, the journey brought me here, and I'm very happy to be here. This is something new we're starting with this podcast. I'm very happy we're doing it because I also think it's very necessary. Because now you're asking about my journey, and when I started my journey, I was listening to somebody else and their thoughts.
Exactly.
And now we can be, people who share our thoughts with you guys. And maybe get you inspired, maybe get you to thinking just how we got into thinking.
Sure, it's a perfect place to start, really. I mean, we're one of the biggest mining communities in the world from 140 countries, I believe, or more. And, we all have different experiences, different journeys. And I believe this part of the podcast is a must. You know what I mean? Like, everybody tells this story and it could influence you guys, in a positive way. And the idea is to get guests, right?
Yeah, sure. We're going to have some surprises in the future here, which we're not going to reveal today.
Yep.
But we're going to make sure you have a lot of fun, and we're going to make sure we have a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, sure. So kick us off with your journey, man. Day one of crypto.
Man, day one. I think it was a hard time because it was my first, job. You get after school, you get into jobs, right? Yeah. And it has been a hard time working. It was 2014. And, in Germany, there is a saying, so they treat, the beginners a lot harder.
Okay.
So it was kind of dull and boring and hard work.
Sure.
And I was working in an IT company.
Yeah.
And one day I came back to the technicians.
What year is this?
It is 2014.
Wow. Okay.
That's a long time ago.
Old school.
Yeah. And one day I came back into the IT department, and there was a guy who always had on his screen open whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He was not just working, and he was having charts open. Like I only knew from the movies, like from traders,
Yeah.
And he told the other guys about this. It was Bitcoin on the chart, right?
Okay.
But I didn't know yet.
Yeah.
So then another day I came in and they had like money on his table, like a lot, you know. And I was just asking, what are you doing there? And so he told me he's buying Bitcoin for everyone in the office. So what? Introduced me to it. Yeah, that's this digital money. And he told me, right? So he was the guy buying Bitcoin for us, and we were there like in a movie, like putting paper down on his desk, and he was buying for us, writing down which price. And at some point, we had returns of 5x, 6x, 7x or something.
Nice.
Of course, we sold.
Yeah.
That was a big moment for us.
Yeah.
But then we were having...
And the regret, I think.
Yeah, sure. But at the same time, we wanted to know more about this, because for us IT guys, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
And there was my good friend, shout out to support Iron, he was telling me, Bitcoin is being mined.
Okay.
I was asking, what is this? He explained it to me, and there's blocks and all of this. Yeah. And then we put money together to order our first Bitcoin miner.
Okay.
At this time, probably it was called a jalapeno miner.
Okay.
This little black box, this size. And we were not even talking about terahash.
Yeah.
I think there was a gigahash,
Yeah.
topic. And we were ordering it and had this mining going on, watching some command lines there, and we were excited about that. Yeah. So working in an IT company, we came to the point where we decided we want to, build our own mining rigs, and this is how I got into the technology. It never let me go again. I was so interested in all of this behind it, and so I started my journey in 2014. Directly with mining. Interesting, right?
Yeah. No, interesting. Do you want me to tell you my journey as well? We might as well introduce...
I mean, I know I have to give this nugget to the people out there. So please introduce us to your...
Sure. Do you want the long version or the short version?
Give me the short version.
Then I'll give you the long version.
Yeah.
All right. So remember, it was maybe just right after you. I'll say end of 2016, maybe 2 years after you joined. The Bitcoin ecosystem. So for me, it was 2016, and I had one of my best friends from Switzerland. His name is Niels. Shout out to Niels. Changed my life, of course. We always used to watch football games together, especially Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan, so is he. So one day after a match, a game, he's like, "Listen, some of my friends in Switzerland are planning to buy Bitcoin, and they asked me, to join in with the cash and to buy some Bitcoin." So as an older brother and somebody I respect, thank you, Neil. Can you research Bitcoin for me? You're good at this stuff. So I was like, man, forget it. Where's the cash? I can't touch it. It's digital. It's a bubble. Forget about it. If you can't touch it, it's not real and everything. So I left it. A week later, he comes up to me. He's like, listen, I'm giving them a word tomorrow at 12 p.m. Dubai time. I have to get back to them because they're planning to buy at this time. So please do me that favor and research. So I went back home, 11:30 p.m., had the snack going on, opened YouTube, and went down the rabbit hole. I was like, what the hell is going on? All of this information, technology, solutions for humanity, solutions for trust and eliminating the middleman. And there was so much positive things. And I was like, only if this could be adapted to the world, because we always say, fix the money, fix the world. So I went down the rabbit hole till 11 a.m. the second day. Literally almost 12 hours of research. I did not sleep because I was in shock.
You had the orange pill moment, like in a full intensive day.
Yes. And, my hairs were standing up. I was like, this thing is there. It's real. Where was I, since 2009? And I don't know much about this. And this is real, So I remember I had a quick plan in my head. During my quick research, I realized, you can buy the asset, but there's so much workaround in terms of, okay, those days you need to KYC and this, and might take a week for you to get an approval or an account to start purchasing Bitcoin and, to get into it. So I was like, Niels, forget buying Bitcoin at that day. There's another workaround, around Bitcoin, which is mining Bitcoin. So he's like, explain that quick. I was like, simple. You buy a machine, you plug it in, and you make Bitcoin. It was as simple as that, which I thought.
Well, so, it was not.
It's not. So, anyways, I slept. I remember sleeping. I told him it's going to be a long version, but I'm going to say it once. So decided. Woke up. I remember at 7 p.m. Dubai stays late till 12. You can go to computer shops and everything. Mm-hmm. So through internet research, I just typed mining equipment for crypto, Bitcoin, Dubai. And there was only one shop, literally in JLT. So I picked up Niels. We had a look at the machine. I remember it was the S7, which is around 7 terahashes.
Yeah.
Which is like 7 mining cores now, literally. Yeah, that's exactly the most powerful machine available those days, But for us, that's 7 terahash. Wow, that was powerful. Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. So it's like this warranty. Of course, those days it was really difficult to buy machines, and especially in this region, there was literally one shop in the Middle East that would sell, and he only had 2-3 devices. So I asked him, "Is this popular?" He's like, "Well, you're the first customer this month, Paid the guy money. I was like, "Can you explain how it works?" He's like, "I don't know. Go find out. There's a manual in the box." So I went home. I have my office room where my PC is. So I thought because, you needed the screen at that time, what you're doing. Plugged in the machine, downloaded the software, and the sound that came out from this device, dude, I tell you, like the neighbors came knocking. Literally, when there's a saying, the neighbors come knocking. The neighbors came knocking.
Like a jet engine.
Jet engine. Yeah, it is. It sounded like a jet engine. A lot of people don't understand. They think it's exaggerated. It's not.
No. Because they only know computers running, and these are basically very silent. Yeah. But we're talking way louder. We're talking industrial cooling grade. This is very crazy. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's a big device. I felt there's heat coming out of it. Yeah. The noise, and everything. So at that time, I thought, because, at that time you read rumors, there wasn't many websites or YouTube videos. Literally, there was a handful of people. When I say a handful, it means 5 people talking about crypto.
Yeah.
you know, and mining. There
It was a very small niche. Yeah.
very small niche, and these people don't exist. Only one or two are still around, by the way. So we're talking about end of 2016, right? 9 years ago. So it's you know, almost 10, to be honest. Yeah, almost 10. So just to
Yeah, but
sorry.
the question: did you stay in mining and Bitcoin full active since 2016?
Yes and no. I'll get to that point. Good
Okay,
question. Good question. Yeah. So I bought this electricity reader beater that you put on the plug, and then you plug
you
it
can
into,
read,
and you read how much the
yeah.
consumption is, right? So I said, I looked at it, I did my maths after literally 5 hours, and I said, dude, this will be, so let's say I pay 1,000 dirhams, because I'm based in Dubai. So 1,000 dirhams of electricity, I'll end up paying around 1,650. So it's
Wow.
that much, you know, it's too
Yeah.
expensive to mine. So I said, this doesn't make sense. And of course, I could not sleep that day, but I just wanted to try it. Switched off the machine, called Niels. I was like, dude, we're going to take it back. He's like, okay, fine, we'll go at 8 p.m. During that time, I researched. Turns out there's another coin at that time called Ethereum, right? Which is ranked number 2 just after Bitcoin. And they were mineable at those days. You can mine Ethereum at those days, right? But it's basically gaming graphic cards, right? They're not very loud, and you can kind of control the temperature and the electricity during that time. Went back to the shop, gave it, I was like, I can't have it. He's like, well, I'm gonna have to buy it secondhand. I was like, fine, but with the money, build me a mining machine, an Ethereum mining machine, and let me have a look how you build it. You know, I'm interested. The guy built it, had a look. Yeah. So the reason why I was like, so if Ethereum mining made sense and I enjoy it, I'll build my own machines. But I just needed to know how it was built, right? So it was simple: a motherboard, power supply, CPU. It could be a Pentium 2. It doesn't have to be a super CPU, just a basic CPU, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Basic internet connection and gaming graphic cards, right? Those days it was cheap, man. Before the AI boom.
I know. I mean, I was building my mining rigs
As well, yeah.
too, because we were working in this company, IT.
Yeah.
We were building rigs. I was building rigs before this company all the time. And you know, we could buy as workers in that company, we could buy gaming graphic cards for the you know, for the distributor's price.
Yeah.
So very cheap.
Okay.
So we built our own, you know, even with 4 cards, PCI Express, like big rigs, we built that. And of course, we decided to go into Ethereum mining as well.
Yeah.
Because that what was possible for us as individuals.
Exactly.
But at the same time, we traded them for Bitcoin.
Exactly. dude. That's exactly what I did. But I'll be honest, listen, I kept 20%. I kept 20% Ethereum, but 80% of that money on a monthly basis, because I also like to DCA, you know, dollar cost average.
Yeah.
But not on buying. So on selling and buying Bitcoin with my Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
So man, I loved it so much that I had a friend who had really cheap electricity in Abu Dhabi. So I said, listen, I'll partner with you. You deal with electricity, I'll pay for the machines, you know, literally. And he's an IT geek as well. So we built 3, 4, I think we ended up with 5 machines total till 2020. And he's an IT genius. So what he did was overclock these machines, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
He did BIOSing and all that, you know, tech stuff, which I never got, right?
I can remember, but it's not always a good decision.
Yeah, I mean, you void the warranty, you know, but you keep in your head, the lifespan is usually 3 years of hardcore mining, right? So we managed to reduce the temperature a bit, but without causing the fans to spin faster, you know, means less electricity as well. So we made it a bit more sufficient. And then he came up with other ideas like, well, we have this rig, we can dual mine. So the CPU could mine other coins. So those days there was, you know, Ubic.
I remember, yes.
So there's like, even Monero, you could, you know.
I remember.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the machine is running, it's running. Might as well mine 2 coins, right?
Yeah.
Did you do something similar to that as well?
I mean, we did. We got into what processing unit will be efficient for what mining.
Yeah.
We got into that. But at the same time, I didn't care so much.
Yeah.
I think I was never on the side of, oh my God, I think I found the next coin who's going to be better.
Yeah.
Like since Bitcoin, it was Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I know the journey is it's different for a lot of people out there, and they get confused. And just last week, I heard somebody say, "Oh, so how do I choose the right Bitcoins?" You know.
Yeah.
So even using the word Bitcoin as an overall word for cryptocurrencies, you know. And I think I was just with the right people in the beginning to see that Bitcoin and crypto is so very different. Like there's a
100%.
wide space between it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was never like looking for a different coin to be my coin.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It was always Bitcoin. But at this point, you know, I need to promise something to the people watching this podcast. Yeah. We're not gonna get too technical in here. Okay, I mean we're both out of the tech world and we had this tech background, but you know, I think these stories should make clear that this is a complex industry. There's so many stuff going on, and since our stories back then, a lot of things have changed.
100%.
And you need to adapt, and you need to research and analyze, and this technology, it is a complex thing.
100%.
But we want to talk about, you know, that there is the accessibility and then fun for everyone in this topic.
Exactly, which I'll come to.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the story is not bittersweet. The way it ends sweetly. You know that. I told you it's gonna be long. I mean, you know.
No, I'm enjoying it.
No, but exactly. So we reached 2020, right? 2020, Ethereum announces, listen, this coin will not be mineable anymore by end of the year, right? Some people caught on, some people didn't. But because for me, it became an obsession, right? So during my journey, I didn't mention this. In 2018, I had a marketing agency. I mean, it was running for 7 years, right? So my clients were automotive, even restaurants, hotels. I decided 2018, I'm going to switch to only crypto clients. So in terms of marketing, business development, and such, right? Yeah. I lost interest in everything, you know, like it became an addiction, you know?
Yeah.
Bitcoin became my drug, or, you know, it became something so exciting, and I felt so unique because not a lot of people know this, but I know it, and I know the truth. So let me, you know, educate people or work with these companies and clients that are starting up in Dubai, you know? Yeah. So during that, you know, so the business became crypto projects that I work with. But at home, in terms of mining, I canceled the Ethereum mining because I knew in 6 months it's not mineable anymore, right? So the only mineable coin at that time was Bitcoin and a few other projects, which I did not trust. So I was like, man, I wish I could get back to Bitcoin. But I sold these machines and bought Bitcoin with it, kept it, and I wished for something like mining race to exist. Yeah. Where were you the whole time?
Yeah, exactly. Right? But that's a good point you made. Like you said, okay, Ethereum mining is going to end in 6 months.
Yep.
And you did adapt, which brings us back to the point. There's a lot of adapting. This market is very dynamic.
It's very dynamic.
And
fluctuates.
And I think some people, or no, not some people, most people out there think they have to, you know, understand all of this to participate in it.
Yeah.
Which the point you're making is very good, because I wish there was something like mining race back then.
Yeah.
But I see it every day. You know, we let people participate in this kind of stuff, the stuff we were just talking about, with CPUs, GPUs, BIOS tuning, and whatever. This kind of stuff.
No, and the maintenance as well.
Yeah.
You know?
And the loud machines and the heat machine. I mean, we both had them at home.
Yeah.
And, you know, we let people participate in this crazy technology, complex industry.
With a few clicks.
With a simple app, yeah. So that is really something that gets lost. Because I have the feeling that if you have an easy app, it's also easy to forget there's something very complex behind
100%.
it. 100%. Right? Yeah. But we got this. And I'm very happy we both came to this point here.
I mean, what was my problem with Bitcoin mining? The problem was, again, high electricity cost. Second thing, maintenance and all of that. Listen, you can Google stuff, and now you have ChatGPT how to fix this and that. Yeah. But then you need to buy these parts to fix that stuff. Another headache. And the thing which I couldn't stand was how loud it was. So it's not something you put at home and switch it on. unless you live in a really, really big house and you can leave that machine really far away so you don't hear it.
Yeah.
And you have, really cheap electricity. So all of these factors were missing, right? So that's when I said I wish there was something like mining race, because they can handle the headache for me,
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Also, I think in early stages of a passion, if you develop a passion, and also I want everybody to know that what you heard from him just now, you said there was this excitement to being one of the guys that know, just out of a few.
Yeah.
This excitement, this is what we call like a true Bitcoiner, like OG Bitcoiner, you know? And I think people can develop the same feeling right now. It is still so early. You're still part of
young.
a few.
Yeah, it's still new. It's young,
Yeah, exactly. So that is very interesting to me about this part.
Yeah.
But with the mining race now, having people to participate in that before they have to learn about that, and we maybe have a story that is different because early in a passion, if you are in a passion, I think in early stages you don't care about the headache.
Yeah.
You get the screwdriver and you 100%. Build that and you want that.
Yeah.
You want that.
Yeah.
But you are in this topic now of Bitcoin mining. What do you want in the end? You don't want to hold the screwdriver forever. You want to have efficient Bitcoin mining.
100%. Yeah.
And even if you have a passion for it, it all comes down to this.
Yeah.
I was building PCs all my life. Like all the PCs I had, I was building them for myself.
Yeah.
Screw by screw, part by part, all my life. But now I come to a point, just give me the PC. Right?
You're retiring.
I know how to build it, but now it's about efficiency.
100%. And see, when you reach a point in your life, you want to be in cruise control, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you want it on cruise control. You understand there is humps and bumps while you drive, and sometimes you have to slow down. So I always say Bitcoin kind of follows life, right? So whatever is natural in life, right? The ups and downs of everything. Bitcoin follows it, and it adjusts itself to economy, to how much electricity cost. Is there an issue geographically, and then energy shifts from one side to the other. During that time, you might have to wait for 2 months, So it kind of adjusts to life. But fiat currency, dollar, is continuously printing. Whatever economically we're up or we're down, it doesn't stop printing. And then nothing makes sense anymore. It's just feelings. I feel the dollar is strong. Well, I don't feel it, So.
Yeah, exactly. When did you have this moment? Did you have like the rabbit hole of the discovering how the fiat money system and the banking system works? Did you have it in the same moment when you had the Bitcoin rabbit hole? Like when you got into that, you had the same research?
I had it on a smaller scale, but because we understand Bitcoin is not tangible, right? But lifestyle is tangible. So when you mine Bitcoin and you earn Bitcoin and you spend it, and then your friend says, "Oh, how much did you get this car?" Free. How? Bitcoin went up, So I was at the beginning days, first 6 months, I sold to see the cycle. Is it sellable? Will somebody, take my Bitcoin for $1? Would they sell me their apartment or their car? So you need to understand the value of Bitcoin once you do it, right? So once there's a transaction happening, you build trust. Then the euphoria came to me. That euphoria, well, past the rabbit hole, it's like, it's there, I'm in it, I believe it, and Bitcoin keeps proving itself to me. I don't need to convince anyone. You'll have a lot of people saying, Bitcoin, it crashed. I was like, yeah, well, it crashed 5 times. And when it did, it came back 7 times stronger, in one case, 3 times stronger. So yes, please, like, it's a good sign because nothing makes sense if it keeps going up. There's nothing in the world.
There cannot be. There cannot be.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. Like how you say Bitcoin adapts to life. It's such a good sentence.
Yeah.
Because that's very, very true. And but I still understand people who say Bitcoin and that's nothing. And I get where these thoughts are coming from.
Yeah.
It is a missing education about something they probably didn't have access to the education for.
Yeah.
Because you cannot educate with the old topics about the
100%.
new topics.
Yeah.
It is just a new thing in the world. I think we're far over the point where we can say it is here to stay.
Yeah.
No? It's not only us. It's not just the fans of Bitcoin accepting it. There is probably some parties in the world who were better off without Bitcoin, like beneficiaries of the traditional finance system.
Yeah.
But still, they are accepting that it's here to stay.
I mean, the
right?
biggest biggest name, Neil Diamond, the CEO of JP Morgan, he's the biggest open hater of Bitcoin. Publicly, it's on YouTube, on CNN. Literally every month he's out.
Still, he knows.
And now you can do your research. You can go to JP Morgan website, and they're accumulating Bitcoin.
Yeah, a lot even. Yeah.
So this is, the big four banks of America are buying it. The president of the United States is buying it. And in Dubai, we're very lucky. I'm sure many of you know, you can buy your apartments with Bitcoin directly. It's directly to the developer. And Emirates Airlines. You can pay your tickets.
Oh yeah, Emirates Airlines is accepting Bitcoin. But I mean, this list goes on forever.
Yeah, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. You can go.
We can go through all of this. I mean, people. There was even a moment. I think. Don't put me on it, but I think it was just a brief moment where Amazon accepted Bitcoins. You remember that?
Not sure, because we use Amazon here, right? So maybe in the States or in Europe, I have no idea. In Dubai,
don't put me on the point with this, but I think there was a moment where Amazon accepted Bitcoins, but silently pulled it out again.
Yeah.
But that's not like last year or something. That's like many years ago. Yeah. That there was a moment, but there have been so many moments of all of
New
this.
York. Yeah. There's a sticker. There's a famous picture you can find and track the date of it. Was taken off shops, grocery shops in New York, Manhattan and Queens, that says Bitcoin accepted here. Yeah. So we're talking about 2010 and 2011. These pictures were taken, right? Yeah. But then regulations came in and created fear.
Yeah. And also the people weren't ready for volatility of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the signs, That's the signs of a currency that is just 17 years old.
Yeah.
People need to keep that in mind. And when we're talking about a peer-to-peer currency or the use of it as a store of value, people like to compare it to gold. Because, that's the closest to it.
We've always compared everything with gold, it seems, right? Yeah. For 5,000 years. 5,000 years. Boring, man.
That's the point I wanted to make. Gold had around 5,000 years to get to this level of just trust.
We're not 5,000 years.
We're not talking about 2011, there was a gold sticker on a coffee shop where you can run in and scrub off some gold off your gold bar to pay with it for your coffee. That was not possible.
Yeah.
But it was possible with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
But the Bitcoin is a baby. It's 17 years old. It is not even allowed to drive a car yet.
No. It's still, listen, in some countries it could do many things. Right? But I mean, you said it. So it took 5,000 years for Bitcoin to have the highest market cap valuation.
The gold.
And so if you go to top 10 market caps, right?
Yeah.
Gold is number one.
Yeah.
Bitcoin reached the top 7, I believe? 7th.
Yeah.
Its best days.
It has been the 5 at its highest point.
Slightly. So let's say 5, all right?
But even top 10, it's crazy.
Top 100. I mean, it did it in a few years, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
So silver's been around. It caught up on silver. It caught up on companies that existed for 50 years.
At one point, I was researching this list a lot, and people have a problem, comparing that to Coca-Cola because they're selling a drink and this is Bitcoin and okay. Yeah. But, at one point I was researching that and Bitcoin was bigger in this market cap than Visa and MasterCard compared.
Oh, wow.
Which you can see there's a payment provider, right? Yeah. So that is very interesting. And the comparison of gold, first I didn't like it. Now I love it. Yeah. I like to compare Bitcoin to gold.
Same. Because what's your story? I have one too.
Yeah. Because at first people, came back to me and said, why should I use Bitcoin for this? I can use gold for that. The old story. And they had some good points. I didn't have the points to argue about it, to have a discussion about it. But then I went into research. And every result of every point that I researched was like pro Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And then I found this video of one guy, I was researching very technical stuff. And this one guy was just like, I'm going to show you a video of a huge gold transaction. Okay. And it was a video of a truck escorted by military and choppers and roads were closed down. That's a huge gold transaction. Yeah. And he said, that's the same transaction in Bitcoin. Put a button on the smartphone.
Done.
Right?
Yeah, done. In value, yes.
Done. And then I used this point, and somebody came back to me and said, but I don't need to transfer $30 million in gold somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the point is, I think it doesn't matter if you need to transfer $30 million in gold or in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. But if somebody needs to do it, they're going to choose an asset and which asset is the money of the world going to choose? What does that mean for the success of the asset?
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 points that you said. I mean, with point number one, what is it? I don't want to transfer gold or send gold, but there's somebody else who wants to.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So forget the size of the amount of gold you want to transfer.
Yeah.
Even if you want to transfer 1 kg, you can't fly with it and go to a country and sell it tax free. You just can't. You need thousands of paper, or you need to use another company that's professional and they can do this physical gold transfer.
Also,
how much do they cost?
Also to verify
transaction,
it.
Right?
To verify it.
To verify.
If you're gonna bring a gold bar into a shop, they're not gonna buy it right away.
Yes.
They will have to verify it.
No, and they verified some except Swiss standards, right? Some now Dubai became the city of gold. So there's a Dubai standard. There's many others because carats and all of that percentages do make a difference, right? In value. So now, like you said, that 1 kg, forget that huge shipment. How much is it going to cost? You need to insure it. You need to use a company that will transfer it. They don't do it for free. It's not a charity. So you've already lost maybe 5% to 10% of volume.
You're down a lot of percentages.
Yeah.
Wow.
And speaking of that, the main story you said about the helicopters and everything.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of Rami Sredi, the CEO of Mining Race. Said it in one of his presentations. Shout out to Rami. It's a hilarious slide that in one picture explains Bitcoin. You don't need to ask questions anymore. It shows you a huge ship, right? With security, all of that, and tons of gold is there because it's getting shipped from Africa to the United States. All right?
Yeah.
So imagine how much diesel, fuel, because they can't put other items with it. When you transfer gold, it can't just be mixed with a car or whatever, because it's technically it's a long story because cars are insured different way and they're protected different way than this part.
I get it. That's
So it's done in a different manner.
Bureaucracy, laws,
a
and regulations.
lot of things, and they have to be ships by mostly JP Morgan and such, registered. And it's a long story.
Okay.
So now you're shipping all of this. Look at the cost. So again, insurance, you need to ship. Cost, there's diesel. It needs to drive itself to the US. And all these other factors, right? For me, if I want to send, so how much the value? Let's say 100 million, let's say, or billion, whatever the number is.
Yeah,
I can do it in 1 second. 1 second. Send. It's done. Right? All of that.
That's the example.
Yeah.
So what we're basically talking about, I think that you're telling me gold gas fee is very high.
Ooh, nice way of saying. Transaction fee is high.
Oh,
and what is the max supply of gold? Do you know?
Yeah, I know it actually.
Don't they change it every 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. I research.
So what if they find 20 tons tomorrow somewhere?
That's the point, and they do. There's 210 million kilograms. That is around the gold supply that we know, and that is tradable and all of that.
Yeah.
And they find new gold spots under the earth, which they are sure they can mine. So in some cases, even that gold gets added to what's available in the world. And then they find gold under the earth where they know they cannot mine it. It's too far away, but they know it's there. And I ask myself the question, how long until they can mine it? Because technology becomes better and all of that. And then again, the next question will be, how long until we're going to mine Bitcoin on some asteroids flying around? Gold.
Okay, I hope.
No, but I mean, you see, technology is advancing. We couldn't have imagined 20 years ago that somebody was starting rockets and landing them again in all of this.
Yeah.
It's happening now. We're sending machines up in space that do stuff with rocks. It doesn't matter if it takes 10 or 30 or 50 more years until we have, mining machines that discover some materials like gold and so. So that is not limited.
It's not limited, but sticking to gold, the matter of gold. There's no max supply, and who do you trust? Is that gold verified, sir? So registered. What if? Because we always hear the story that there is a lot of gold buried in temples in India, because of the culture of collecting gold and this, and they have that belief in gold, right? So these are not registered or verified, right? So they could, God knows how many tons exist, right? So so I feel it's feelings, right? I feel gold is $4,800 based on what? if you give me these numbers, I need a fixed number of supply to do my maths. I can't talk about feelings, right?
Yeah.
So it always remains subjective at the end.
Yeah, I came across these points as well. They have become my points of have discussions about it, you know. But the fixed supply is it's a main topic of Bitcoin. It's one of its main, you know, foundations, the strength of it.
Yeah.
And you know, also if you think about, I now I imagine new scenarios I haven't thought about because this, you know, this talk is very.
That's the whole idea of the podcast, right, guys?
If you think about you're on some exchange, you're trading gold, like buying and selling. In between, you decide you want to have that gold. You're gonna download it from the website or what?
They won't send it to you, my friend. It's digital.
But at the same time, I can trade my Bitcoin, and at the same time, I say, okay, I don't want to sell. I want to have it.
Yeah.
I withdraw it, and now I have it.
Exactly. And how many shares they can print, right? If you go to this exchange, there's let's say 1,000 exchanges, and they sell you, oh, we have 1 million this, you know, tons of gold or whatever the hell. How do you? I can come up with a website and say, well, I have 1,000. Would you like to buy it from me?
Yeah.
And I just price, and you know, when you go to exchanges, there's a big difference. By the way, you'll be surprised. 5% differences is huge in gold.
Yeah.
You know, not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's fine because you get 5% a day. It goes up. There's no issue. But with gold, it took us ages till we got that movement. You know, you've seen that meme? Do something.
Yeah, exactly. With the stick. Yeah.
So gold is slow. You know.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't see any trust in it. And you know how they fixed? I saw a few videos the other day because of gold price going up. So I was like, why and how? So I started researching. A guy said the only way you can trust gold is putting it on the blockchain. So there is a gold tether.
I saw that.
So at the end, blockchain fixed gold because.
Isn't it crazy?
It's crazy because, you know, you put the supply on it, you know, and yes, it could increase. What are the factors based on this and official reporting, no on feelings, and you can buy tether gold in a way. But again, it's blockchain technology thanks to Bitcoin.
XAUT.
Yeah, XAUT, and there's Pax Gold, PAXG.
Yeah.
This is thank you to Bitcoin. So
yeah, and it just is another proof that, you know, blockchain technology is really evolving the world. You know, in so many ways. It's not all about finance, but this technology is really, really revolutionizing the world. I love it.
100%.
I personally love it.
How about we have a quick break, and we'll come right back.
Show him something.